Welcome back to this video series on how to use MegaMinds. In this video, we are gonna go through building a room from scratch. I'll be using Leonardo da Vinci as an example subject. Feel free to follow along and repeat what I'm doing or use this video as inspiration as you'd like. So to create a room, what you want to do is click on rooms here. And again, just as a refresher, rooms are the way that you bring your lessons into 3D. It's a way to present content, and to also later you can invite your students. So we're going to be creating a room that will feature some of Da Vinci's works. So if you go to the dashboard, you go to rooms, you click new room here. I've already filled this out, but room name in this form, room name will be just an identifier of your room. So in my case, I will call it lesson on Leonardo da Vinci. The following, like after the room name here, these fields are optional. What happens when you fill them out is that it's gonna generate a guide for you on how to build your room based on the subject and grade level. And you can also standards align it. So it will tell you like, oh, break it into these sections, use this content, and give you some ideas. So I'm just gonna demonstrate this as well as we're building our room. But really the only thing you need to fill out is room name. And again, it's just an identifier. There's nothing, you can call it whatever you want. So I'm gonna click create an open room. This will open a room in a new tab. So this link will be your room link. I'll show you later how you can invite people. We're presented with a select a design menu. Here we can click on different designs, and we can, this is up to you, like how do you want your lesson to look like. We have like some really grand big spaces here. We have some more calm ones with like a purple tree. We have like a student lounge building that is great for like student projects and stuff like that. For this case, I'm just going to use the modern classroom. We also have templates here that you can use. So if you want to get quickly started with like a gallery or something, you can just kind of click on these and replace them. You can also browse the entire marketplace from this menu by searching. So if I'm searching for example, Pythagoras, it should give me, okay. Oh, Pythagorean theorem. Okay. Yeah. So it should give me, and I can actually pull these from the marketplace as well. So this will give me, this will give me the rooms from the marketplace to use as templates as well. But in this case, I'm just going to be using an empty modern classroom. It's nice for like bigger pictures and stuff like that. That's what I like. Feel free to choose whatever room you want. I'm going to click continue. And in the next menu here, we are able to add some files. So if you have a folder already with your, if let's say, you have a Leonardo da Vinci folder with a bunch of pictures, you can click upload files here. You can drag your whole folder. It will spread the pictures out on the walls, and it's just to help you get started quickly. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm just gonna start from scratch so you can see how that's done. So I'm just gonna click finish, and then it will ask me to allow my microphone. I'm just gonna be doing this alone, so I'm just gonna hit block. So it gives us like a little overview here. I'm gonna click enter room, and it will put me into the room. If you're not familiar with how you move, and if it's your first time in a room, it's going to pop up a guide that will help you learn how to navigate. So if you're not familiar with that, I highly recommend to follow that tutorial. For just a very simple introduction to navigation, you click to look around, and then you can use your arrow keys or WASD to move around the room. So there's also the corner here, there's like a click plus drag to look, and there's some hints there as well. So we're in the room, it's empty. We have a pop-up here, and here it says actually divide the room into sections, add text about Da Vinci's biography. So this is the guide that I was talking about. When you fill out those extra fields, you'll get like a little helper here that will just kind of give you some ideas on how to structure your room. So I'm just gonna hide this for now, but maybe I'll come back to it for inspiration later. It's a really nice tool. You can enter any subject you want, and you can also have them standards aligned. So they will help you get started, get beyond that blank canvas that you're faced with. So I'm just gonna use this blue wall, and so I'm in the room, it's empty. How do we get started? There's a button on the toolbar here with the plus sign, and if I hover over it, it says add content to the room. So this is probably the most important button when you're building a room. You will click it and it will open up the content menu. This is basically every single thing you can add to a room. So we have like text, we have links, YouTube videos, multiple choice questions. You can even add Kahoot and Pear Decks and stuff to your room. There's some tabs on the top to add GIFs. So you can add a funny GIF here. You can also browse 3D models. So you don't need to have like this solved from before. You don't need to have your own 3D models. You can use our library here. So to get started, I want to add a biography for Leonardo da Vinci. So I'm gonna go on Wikipedia, and I will just copy paste. And this is just for the sake of demonstration. So I'll click text here because I want to add text to my room. You'll see a preview here. So there's like a text field here, and I can start typing, and you can see it will show me how it's gonna look. So I'm just gonna paste this whole text, and I'm gonna increase the max width just a little bit. So here we have the text. I'm just gonna add it to the room. You can change color and do a bunch of stuff here, but I'm just gonna click add to room. So if we move around it now, you can see the text is in here, and to move it around, you can click on it and drag it with your mouse. So this is kind of like how you'll position stuff. And if you click it, if you kind of drag it around, you can also move while you're holding it, and this allows you to position it wherever you want in the room. So I'm just gonna put it here, and then if you click on it, if you're not comfortable clicking and moving, you can also click on it, and that will bring up these arrows that you can use to move it around like on an axis, which can be really useful sometimes. And this works also if I go from this side, we can move it on all three axes. I'm just gonna move my camera again. When you click on objects, you get this edit objects menu. Here we can edit the text, we can set another color, we can, sorry, let me just minimize that. You can change the properties of the text. You can also flip it and scale it, so you can make it really big or really small. This is kind of like where you do the fine tuning of your objects. So I'm happy with where it is right now. I think this looks good, and I'm just gonna add I'll add a picture of I'll choose the Last Supper. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste it in here. So I just right click and copied it. So here's the picture. It's in the room now. I can click on it. I can position it, so I can move it closer to the wall like this. And then I'm gonna use scale to make it really big, and then maybe put it like this, and I'm gonna straighten it. We have a button for straightening if it's a little bit tilted. So something like this. So now we've added text and a picture. So these are the core building blocks of our room. There's another one. We can go ahead and add a 3D model. So again, I'll click plus here and I'll click models and I'll just search for Da Vinci. And there's a 3D model here. It's a statue. So maybe we'll put this in the corner. Again, I'm just clicking and dragging it and then moving my avatar. So I'm just gonna put him there, straighten him, rotate him a little bit. And these tools, it takes some time to get used to it, but you can be quite fast once you get a hang of it. We can make him really big here. Just put him like that. So now, or maybe he should be by the biography. That would be better. So something like this. So there we have it. We have a 3D model, we have text, and we have a like a big picture here. So you can also, just as a little side note, you can click on a picture, you can click description here, and you can actually write an attribution where the picture came from. You can write a description of the picture. So I can write, for example, the Last Supper here, and I click back. And when you start adding things to the room, you will enable edit mode, which allows you to drag these things around. If you wanna not like accidentally drag these, just turn off edit mode. And now I can't. Now I'm in like the normal mode again. And if I click on it now, it will say like a description, the Last Supper, and I can also inspect it and like zoom in and have a closer look here. So those are just some of the features here. So we have a 3D model, we have some text, and we have a picture. I think one last thing we can add is a assessment question. So we have these multiple choice questions, we have free text questions. So these allow you to add questions that the students will answer inside of the room, and they will appear on your dashboard. There will be a video on this later on in our series where we go through how to use these and how to like export your data and how to grade things. But for now, I'll just add it. I'll add a multiple choice question. I'll click add question. I'll ask, what is this painting called? And I will give some answers. The Last Supper, which is the correct one. So I'll toggle that and it will turn green. I'll say the Final Supper, the best soup, the First Supper. So we have only one correct here. You can also add multiple. You can add as many as you want actually. I'll just do one for now. Click add to room. This will like add it. So you'll have like a question mark here that you can click and drag. This question mark can be, you can position it anywhere. So when students approach this, so I'll turn off edit mode to have a closer look at this. So when your students approach the question component, it will pop up and they are able to answer. So I will choose the correct one. I'll click submit and they will get feedback immediately. And this will go into your dashboard when you look at your room. So we have a nice room now. We have some content in here. Let's invite someone. So we'll go back to the dashboard and we will, so if you look here, we can also monitor the room. We can see Edward is in there. So if we want to bring someone in, you can click invite and it will tell you share this link. So I'm just gonna open this in another window and then we can go back and see. So now I've joined the room. So there's 2 Edwards here, but this would be, you know, with your student. So here I am. We're 2 people now in the room, and your students can then explore this, look at the 3D models, read about it, look at the pictures, and then also answer these multiple choice question that we put in. So I hope this is like it's quite a long video, but I hope it's useful for you to understand the process of building a room. And I'll see you in the next video, where we will be going through student projects.